Right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to our time off webinar. We do these webinars about once every month, every 6 weeks or so, if you've never been with us before. And we like to just cover a little piece of iSolved. Maybe you don't interact with every day and do a little bit of extra training on it. So today we're going to be talking about time off. What are we covering today?
So today we're going to cover employees, managers, supervisors, and then admin. So we'll go over all of that, show you the requesting to the approving to the editing, adding, deleting, and all of that.
Yeah, that's great. So we're going to jump into this with our demo company here, our Black Dog company. I accidentally got logged out, so I'll log back in. But if you've seen this before, our Black Dog company is where we put all of our dogs as staff here. So you get to see my dog Porter. But just a couple notes on this. We're showing a demo company, right? So this is what we have set up for the demo company. Whatever you have for your company may be different, and that's okay. But this is just how we set it up, which is going to be a bi-weekly accrual for time off. So we know there's a lot of variations of that, of what time off can look like, maybe an annual plan or something more, specific. The thing we want to say at the top is that whatever your company has, we want to help get it set up for you. The only prerequisite for a time off plan is it has to follow some sort of structure as far as when the time gets accrued and how it gets accrued. It has to follow a pretty orderly path. Something like a biweekly accrual is pretty easy to achieve in our system. Annual could be done, of course, as well, and a lot of other variations. But yeah, we want to help you with that. So if you have questions, please reach out to your customer service representative. Now I'm logged into the employee portal, which, as you know, has had a recent update, recent refresh. And with that refresh, we've got still our menu on the left-hand side, but we also have some quick punch buttons up here at the top. So if you use time for your company, quickly come in and out. We have a list of to-dos, which we may get to later. For you as the employee, you can go here and see what is assigned to you or what you need to do. This even connects to Share and Perform, which is really great, and can take you directly to something like a goal or a review that you need to complete. Beyond that, you have a net pay down here at the bottom. We're to show you your last check, what you were paid. This is masked by default. Of course, it's a demo company, but you can see kind of comparison to your last check and just show you what your last pay was. What we're going to cover today, though, of course, is time off request and what that looks like. So for me as the employee, again, I'm viewing this on the computer, but I can also view this in the app in the same way. And when I'm in the app, I'm going to go, or the computer, I'm going to go into the time and attendance menu and click on time off. Time off is how I, as the employee, will get to see my balances and also request time off. So when you click on time off, you get this dashboard view where you can see your balances for different policies. I have a sick policy, or in our company, we have a sick policy and we have a vacation policy. These are my available balances. This is really kind of a big number you need to think about as the employee. Not thinking about what has been taken yet, but this is my available balance. And below that, you can see where you have upcoming time off. This has been approved for me. We'll see this pending request come back in just a little bit, but then you can see past time off as well. So obviously what's been in the past that I have taken. So for me to request time off, again, time and attendance, time off, and then I'm going to click on this plus button on the top right to create a request. First thing I need to do is choose which policy I'm putting this time off request under. So sick or vacation. We'll say vacation. And then we'll say I need to take off next Friday. Just one day, and you see it fills in kind of the day of the week. You can do a from date and a to date here. Obviously, if you're doing a whole week or whatever the case is. You want to put a start time. We always recommend people to put a start time here of when they normally come to work, because if you're using time cards with Payfluence with iSolved, it just looks a lot better. So we'll say this is just a random day off. Just want to take it because I've got it, which is great. So I've got everything in here, and you do not have to put a note, but we want to do it here. And then we're going to click submit. Clicking submit loads for a second. We get the green bar, which just tells me that this has been successfully submitted. Now to pause right here, the next step in the process for us in our demo company is that a supervisor gets notified. And then it goes to the payroll administrator to approve and pay into payroll. So this begins an approval process. And again, this can be edited, changed, for your company, however you want to set that up. and we can accommodate a lot of variations there. But here is our pending request that was just input. So we see policy is vacation, 8 hours. It is pending. A note on this: while a request is pending, meaning it has not been approved by anyone so far, the employee can still come in here and delete that if they need to. So we get this question a decent amount. I need to delete my request. Well, if it's pending, I as the employee can go in here and click the 3 dots, click delete. That's great. If it is approved, which these upcoming ones beginning, that next week of 6/23, that is approved. And if that's approved and I as the employee need to change that, I've got to go to my payroll administrator and just say, hey, can you go in and delete that? Remick will show us that here in a second. But that's all you need to do as an employee to request time off. So that part's done. We're going to go back home now. And you can see I am not just an employee, I'm also a supervisor in my login here. And one of my employees has requested a couple of days off. So I can see them here under my to-dos, which is great. And in addition to that, if you ever needed to, supervisors could go to manage and then tasks to see any of their time off requests. But I like that this is here. So we're just going to go ahead and click on this and look at the time off requests for our employees. So here, Golden Doodles requested off 7/3 and 11/13. That's great. So let's look at this. Golden Doodle, oh, that's not good. They're going to go into the negative. So I don't think I'm going to approve this one. I do not want them to go into the negative. So I, as a supervisor, just click on that request. I can choose approve or reject. So we're going to reject this and then process it. Now let's look at this one. Looking into November, the employee here can, they have accrued more time, right? So this request looks good to me, and that's far enough away. That's great, getting it on the calendar. So we're going to approve this one. Click process. And now I've just worked through my time off requests as a supervisor. Again, I'm getting emails as these are coming to me. And then I can go into iSolved and approve or deny them again under manage, tasks, or on this home screen. I don't have any now, but the supervisor will see their list of requests to approve or deny. So that's basically it from the employee/manager view. Remick, we're going to hand it over to you and talk about.
So now we're going to go to Black Dog. And as the admin, we're going to look at this. So go to admin calendar. You land on the landing page, and then we'll go right to admin calendar to approve or deny some requests. So we go right here. We get to see the calendar. This has approve request on here, process request. It shows some pending. So then we go to pending requests, and then we click on the employee right here. And it says 1 of 1, but if we had more, it'd say like 1 of 10. And so we can see that he's asking for a day off on 6/20, and we're going to approve that. Now, if we were going to reject that, we could add a comment. And if we add a comment, just to let you know, employees can see those comments. So just be careful what you put. And so we will process this one now. Perfect. And so you've approved all the requests that are pending. So now once you've done that, Pomeranian Puppy comes to you and says, hey, I need to make a change to an approved request. So to do that, go to employee absences. And we can see right here that Pomeranian has several things put in here. There's a vacation day, though, on 6/1 that has already been processed. That means it's been through the payroll. We can't make any edits to that because it's already been paid out. But those that just say approved, we can make edits to. So the 6/26 vacation, Pomeranian Puppy no longer wants. So we're just going to delete that day. And then we'll just hit delete. And then Pomeranian Puppy on the sick day, it actually was supposed to be 6/26. So that's a change we're going to make. All we had is edit and then make the change and click save. And then Pomeranian Puppy wanted to add a day. Pomeranian Puppy, we're going to click add new and then add a day for him and click on the 23rd, click the vacation. And then, so this, normally employees put their request in, but occasionally something happens to maybe Pomeranian's phone fell into water and he can no longer use it. So we're going to add it for him. So we'll just add that right there, put in a start date and save. So that's how you make edits, add or delete any approved requests that have not already been processed in payroll. Now, I also wanted to point out the help button over on the right-hand corner. So across iSolve, you'll see several help buttons on most of the screens. And if you click them, if you see something that says Payfluence Help Guide or Payfluence Help Video, those are guides and videos that we created just for you. And if you click on them, it'll tell you a short little synopsis on how to do things on that screen. So we have one there. So now we want to make one more change for Pomeranian Puppy. Let's go to the Leave Accrual screen. Pomeranian just had a performance review. It went great. And so he has received an updated rate for his vacation. So we're going to click on the pencil. And instead of Pomeranian Puppy getting 6 hours, he's going to get 7 hours. So we're going to make that update there. And then also his balance needs to be updated by 10 more hours. So we're going to change that to 73. And then we're going to click save. So we made those 2 updates because Pomeranian Puppy had a great performance review, and it's outside of the regular build of the time off plan. So we make those updates there. And you can see the current balance still says 53. That will update as soon as the next payroll is processed, whether that be regular or special. That update balance will occur and it'll be seen on the employee end and on your end as soon as that's the next payroll's processed.
Yeah. And these overrides, as Remick said, are meant to truly be overrides to the plan that's assigned to the employee. So in this case, the employee had a performance review and, hey, we want to up what your normal rate is. Instead of 7 hours, you get 5 hours, you get 7. That can apply across any of these other things where you have a limit maybe for the year or a carryover limit. You can manually override that. So we're here to help with any of that. If you see something here that you want to change, want to look at in more detail, please reach out to your customer service representative. We want to help with that. In addition to that, we'll be sending out a PDF, the overview of what we covered today. And of course, please check out our YouTube channel. If you want to look at any other videos, we have some for time off, and we will be putting this webinar there as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you all so much for attending, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yep.